It's time for the Spec Designs podcast, where we discuss a recent blog post from Spec Designs. Today, we're diving into a topic that, well, really every service-based business owner, or honestly, anyone trying to build lasting client relationships, needs to hear about. We're talking customer retention. Our discussion today is based on a really insightful blog post called Three Keys to Customer Retention for Service-Based Businesses. Getting that new client feels great, it's rewarding, but this blog makes a strong case that real business growth, it depends on something deeper, making sure your clients keep coming back. Okay, let's unpack this. The blog talks about stopping that exhausting cycle of always trying to attract customers. That phrase really resonates. How does focusing on retention actually help businesses achieve that, step off that treadmill?
Well, what's interesting is how the blog immediately highlights the quiet drain of high client turnover. It's sneaky. It's not just the obvious stuff, like the money and time you spend finding new clients.
Yeah.
It also hits your online reputation, when people just drift away quietly. And it definitely impacts overall business growth. But strong retention, that brings stability. It increases referrals naturally, and it boosts client spending over time, which, as the blog points out, fuels sustainable growth and sort of amplifies your online visibility without you having to force it.
Okay, that stability point is huge. So it's clear retention is crucial.
Mm.
But why do so many businesses struggle with it? Even ones that offer really high quality. The blog lists some common issues that cause retention to drop. What are those pitfalls?
Yeah, that's a really important question because, like you said, it's often not about the quality itself. The blog identifies several traps. First, and this one's subtle, clients don't always recognize the value you're giving them.
Even if they like the service.
Exactly. They might see your fees purely as costs, not as, an investment,
Yeah.
especially if you're not actively showcasing positive results or maybe customer feedback isn't visible. Second, and this is common, companies focus almost only on attracting new customers. They get laser focused there.
Right, the chase.
Yeah, and they end up neglecting the existing ones,
Mhm.
which of course leaves those clients vulnerable to competitors who are paying attention to them. Third, there's this assumption that clients remember everything, that they connect all the dots.
But they're busy.
So busy. They might not automatically link your specific service delivery to their ultimate success unless you explicitly highlight those key outcomes for them regularly. Fourth, and this is a big one, waiting for complaints to address value. If you wait until someone's unhappy.
It's often too late.
Precisely. Trust can erode long before you even realize there's a problem. It's much harder to fix things then. And finally, just blending into the crowd online. If your communication isn't clear, if you're not encouraging reviews, then price often becomes the main deciding factor.
And that hurts your reputation if you're trying to compete on value, not just price.
Absolutely. It commoditizes you.
Okay, those are some really clear pitfalls. So if those are the common problems, what's the core idea the blog suggests to overcome them? What's the fundamental principle?
The blog boils it down to one paramount factor. You must consistently show your clients clear value, early and often.
Early and often, not just at review time.
Exactly. It'd have to be baked into your process. And crucially, this needs to be backed by social proof, real positive reviews, customer feedback that genuinely matters to them. It's not just about ticking off tasks anymore. Clients expect tangible results. They want proof of impact. You have to connect your work to their success constantly.
That really shifts the focus, doesn't it? From just doing the work to demonstrating the difference it makes. So the blog then lays out a simple system to show your value using 3 key steps. This sounds like where it gets really practical. Let's get into the first key. Take the lead. Show results before clients ask. Why is that proactivity so important? Why not just wait for them to ask for an update?
Well, waiting kind of puts the burden on them, right? It subtly suggests they need to chase you for proof of value.
Ah, okay. I see that.
Yeah. The blog emphasizes embedding this proactive customer engagement deep into your process. That's how you build trust. So being proactive means things like sharing regular, insightful updates, not just boring reports, but updates that highlight wins specifically tied to the client's goals. Using clear visuals helps a lot here.
So showing the why behind the data.
Exactly. And maybe holding value review meetings. The blog suggests quarterly or maybe biannually.
Okay.
And these aren't sales pitches. They're dedicated sessions to discuss outcomes, talk about challenges honestly, and realign efforts if you need to. It shows you're a partner. It also suggests you should try to spot needs early Anticipate challenges or opportunities for them. Imagine saying, hey, we saw this coming up in your data. Here's an idea.
That builds massive trust.
Huge trust. And also share helpful insights related to their industry, even if it's a bit outside your direct scope. It positions you as more of a valuable resource.
Like an advisor.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe my favorite simple tip here. Celebrate progress. Recognize the smaller successes along the way. Consistently. Don't wait for the giant win. Build that momentum.
I like that. Celebrating small wins keeps the value front and center. Okay, that leads perfectly into the second key. Personalize everything. Speak to each client's goals. The blog mentions generic updates often fall flat. How can businesses make personalization truly meaningful to build that loyalty?
Yeah, personalization gets thrown around a lot, but this means going deeper than just using their name. It's about tailoring communication to their specific objectives. First step, you have to really learn what matters most to each client. Is it sales, cost-cutting, efficiency, whatever their North Star is?
You have to know.
You have to know it, and you have to address it directly in your communication. No more one-size-fits-all reports if you can help it. It also means using their language. Avoid your internal jargon. Translate what you did into the results they care about.
Got an example?
Sure. The blog suggests instead of saying, like, we completed the SEO audit, maybe say, our audit identified opportunities that could increase your organic leads by 15%. See the difference?
Big difference. Connects directly to their potential gain.
Exactly. And another really powerful tip. Remind them of the before picture.
Oh, interesting. Why?
Because people forget. They forget the pain points they had before you started. So showing that transformation, remember when X was a major headache, now it's really reinforces your impact.
That contrast is powerful.
It really is. And lastly, and this connects back, focus on outcome, not just output. Don't just give a list of tasks you did. Emphasize the impact. Our analysis helps you hire faster, not just we did analysis.
Outcome, not output. That's a great takeaway. Which brings us to the third key. Demonstrate results. Make the impact obvious. Clients want facts. Right. Social proof. Not just our promises. How does the blog suggest we make our impact undeniable and really visible?
This is all about the evidence, making it clear, measurable, impossible to ignore. First, the blog says share real numbers. Quantify achievements wherever you can. A 30% faster turnaround. Saved X hours per week. Specifics matter.
Hard data.
Hard data. But also, use stories and examples. Numbers are great, but stories connect emotionally. Keep a file of success stories, maybe snippets of user feedback. Social proof gold. And visuals. Bring data to life with charts and graphs. Make it easy to understand at a glance.
Instead of dense text.
Right. Also, tell simple stories. How did your work solve a specific problem for a real person on their team? Keep it concise but compelling. And this is crucial. Invite feedback. Actively ask for reviews. Don't just hope they'll do it.
Be direct about it.
Yes, politely direct. And then respond to all feedback, positive or negative. It shows you're engaged. Finally, leverage those reviews to boost your online visibility. Encourage clients to post on Google, industry sites, wherever it makes sense. Amplify that positive voice.
That's a very practical set of actions for making impact visible.
Okay, so these 3 keys form a system. But doing this consistently takes effort. How does the blog suggest businesses weave these value updates into their daily operations? Make it a habit, not just a special project.
Right. Making it stick is key. The blog gives some really actionable steps for embedding this. First, start at onboarding. Set expectations from day one about how you'll measure and communicate value. Maybe even ask for initial feedback early on. Set the stage immediately. Exactly. Second, assign a point of contact who is clearly responsible for that client's success and, well, for driving this value communication. Accountability. Third, use clear templates for reports, for meeting agendas. This makes it efficient. You customize, yes, but the structure is there. Maybe even tracking satisfaction scores.
Streamlines the process. Definitely. Fourth, train your staff. Everyone who interacts with clients needs to understand this value-first approach, how to spot positive feedback moments, how to ask for reviews professionally. Fifth, adopt the right tools. A good CRM helps, obviously, but also look at dashboards, tools that integrate with review sites, maybe automate some feedback requests.
Use technology smartly.
Right. And finally, review performance internally. Look at your own retention rates, satisfaction scores, review trends. Where are the gaps? How can you improve your process of showing value? It's a continuous loop.
That's a solid framework for operationalizing it. So let's bring it all together. When a business truly commits to this, making clear, tailored, proactive value communication a core part of how they operate, what happens. What are these remarkable results the blog talks about?
Well, the payoff is significant, according to the blog. First and foremost, you get loyal clients who stay longer. Churn goes down. Revenue becomes more predictable. That's huge.
Stability, like you said earlier.
Exactly. Second, customer engagement increases. They spend more, they buy more services because they see you as a partner invested in their success. Then, that satisfaction naturally leads to valuable positive feedback and more referrals.
Right.
Your best clients become your advocates.
Word of mouth marketing.
The best kind. And that social proof from reviews actually shortens your sales cycles. New prospects come in already trusting you more.
Less selling needed.
Much less. Your overall online reputation improves, boosting visibility. Internally, your team feels greater satisfaction because they see the direct impact they're making.
That's important too.
Very important for morale and retention on your side. And maybe the biggest shift. You move from being just a vendor to being a trusted advisor. That strengthens trust and builds really deep, long-term partnerships. It elevates the whole relationship. So this really raises an important question for you, the listener, to think about. How can you move beyond simply delivering good work to consistently showcasing the profound difference you actually make in your clients' businesses? How can you turn every interaction into a chance to reinforce your value and build that unwavering trust?
What a powerful way to frame it, making value visible to build those lasting relationships. A huge thank you for tuning into the Spec Designs podcast. We really encourage you to follow and subscribe so you can catch all our future discussions.